Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to KocoSports. It's where the world comes to cash, a home for common sports, but above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I am the huge one, aka the idiot Dave Koco from DAVCoco.com. We do New Japan, AEW, Brawl USA, and Impact. Watch parties on twitch.tv/KocoSports. And we're at KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Let's talk about news that is breaking right now, the overreaction, and then we'll answer a question from the Twitter machine. So right now, New Japan and STARDOM announced joint event for 11/20. A lot of people think this means New Japan, STARDOM is going to be the women's division for New Japan. That is not the case. There's been a lot of reports that got that wrong. They are owned by the same company. So the same exact company owns them, and they are going to have an event, and then that's going to take place. So it's a dual event, which has happened in the past. And has happened with many different companies. Noah DDT is about to have one the same day and time as Dominion. So this is kind of common. It is not them combining. So I'm just going to read from New Japan and STARDOM. Monday, June 6th, so a press conference celebrating 15 years of Bushiroad. That's the company that owns it. They are known for making playing cards, but they have their hands in a lot of different things. The parent company of both New Japan and STARDOM. During the event, attended by Great Khan, True Hero, Tanahashi, interim AEW champ, hopefully, New Japan, and Starlight Kid, and Iwatani from STARDOM. I love Starlight Kid there. I said it. A special event announced for Sunday, November 20th. And if it is on New Japan World or affordable or streaming live, we will probably have a watch party of it. For the first time ever, New Japan and STARDOM will combine forces, joint card in Tokyo's Osaka Arena. That's very American. First time ever. I guess Wrestle Kingdom didn't count. I guess. What? What? All right, yeah, we'll just fucking make shit up at our press conference, sure. Newly constructed for the Tokyo Olympics of 2021, a 15,000-seat venue will play and host to both companies for the very first time for this landmark event. Did we throw around first way too much? Did Wrestle Kingdom not happen? It's not the first by a mile, but it's not even the first, within the year. Oh, God bless this generation. Guys, this is the first YouTube video ever done. No one has ever done a YouTube video before this one. This is the first. I'm over here making fun of how North America is fucking announcing this event. And here's New Japan doing the fucking... I apologize. Special STARDOM showcases have highlighted Wrestle Kingdom pre-shows as well as Wrestle Grand Slam. STARDOM was part of the main card at Wrestle Kingdom. Thank you, on January 5th. But now both companies will present their best for a special joint card. That's still not true. What will happen November 20th? Stay tuned for more information as well as special President Bushiroad press conference. Okay. So it's not the media who's stupid. It's New Japan who's stupid. Got it. Yeah. This is not the first. This is definitely not the first. But all right. Welcome to the first ever KocoSports. Oh, no, that's not fair. Welcome to the first ever YouTube video. So it should be very interesting. I personally, living in Japan, feel that they should be separate companies. And I see it on Twitch Sports and other places around the internet. People are like, it's about 50 years. It's about time. Hold on. Do you guys think that WWE, Impact, and AEW's women's division are farther along and were first in history compared to Japan? Do you really believe that? That's insane. I talk to a lot of Japanese women's wrestlers because I'm a pervert. No, I'm just friends with them. I used to work in pro wrestling. None of them want to be part of New Japan. Maybe a few that just want to be idols, that just want to be famous. STARDOM, one time before Quietgate, was on fire. women's wrestling in the 80s and 90s were on fire. I don't get that. A, there's way too many firsts. B, not everything is groundbreaking. C, I don't know. Like, if you're a women's athlete, please chime in. Wouldn't you rather be a star in your own show? A show that you were shining in for 30, 40 years while America was doing bra and panty matches? Than be on a New Japan event? I don't get it. Why play second fiddle when you don't have to? Why play second fiddle? Guys, you can go on before the Okada match, and once a month we'll put you in the main event so we could say we're groundbreaking in the first. We've actually main evented tons of shows and have outdrawn the men plenty of times. But it's groundbreaking. It's the first time. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. Here's my question. If you had the opportunity, narrow it down to you, and you could be on a show where you're the main event and your kind, whatever it may be, is the whole show, and you're defeating the guys that are like, we'll give you a spot. You know, it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. So I just find it funny that a lot of people are like, oh, it's about time. It's been 50 years. Really? WWE? Really? Impact? Really? AEW? Really? Oh, yeah. Fucking women's movement. Yeah. I remember women's wrestling in the 90s. It was fantastic in the Fed. I don't get it. Not everyone needs saving. Not everyone needs saving. Not everyone needs saving. What are you, Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai? Coming here, save the day? Bear friends, come here. Come here, look.
Yeah?
It's Tom Cruise. Look in the camera. Say, hey, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
They're here to save Japanese women's wrestling. Do you feel safe now?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Tom Cruise. Thank you for saving us. All right, let's go to a question. It is about Stardom, so we're going to combine it. We have Stump the Idiots. You can send it to me at Twitter, at KocoSports. We'll also be doing comment time probably tomorrow or the next day. So leave your comments. I'm going to probably read them all just because we're not that popular and I'm not very good looking. Unlike you, Tom Cruise. You're doing a great job. Yay, where would we be without you? All right, Stump the Idiot. With New Japan seemingly at a near all-time low, it's close, but I wouldn't say all-time low. I mean, they almost went bankrupt a bunch. You got to remember before Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura, Naito, and that group of men were here, they were at an all-time low. But they are at a low, but I wouldn't say all-time low. Near all-time low? Ooh, I don't know. Because they could turn it around pretty quickly. Will they is the big question. But yeah, it's near all-time low. That's fair, I guess. They've been pretty low before. I've got friends in low places. And Stardom at an all-time high. Nope, that was ruined by Quietgate. Yep. Yay, Quietgate. If you don't know what Quietgate is, maybe you just pretend to watch Stardom. Quietgate, for those that don't know, is a foreigner was an asshole. Instead of security asking to walk out, made an uproar on Twitter. Stardom switched ownerships and changed the rules so that Stardom women for a long time were treated like a Japanese whorehouse instead of athletes. Good job. Good job, Tom Cruise. You did it. And it's an all-time low, and people didn't watch. They're making a comeback, but that's not an all-time high right now. No, not at all. At an all-time high, should New Japan have pushed to have more Stardom matches on their shows? The audience is too different. And once again, I don't think you're doing the women any favor. I think that's make North America feel like Tom Cruise, give him a cookie type moment. I don't think it's going to be. Now, Jimmy Ramos, I know you are, if you have the same Jimmy Ramos on Twitch, I imagine you are. you are working really hard. You're in the Philippines, working really hard to be a pro baseball player. Would you want? I don't know. I just you would want to earn it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be fucking handed to you. You wouldn't be like, oh, here you go. You automatically make it because you're from the Philippines. You wouldn't want that. No one fucking wants that if you have an ounce of competitive soul in your body. Push Stardom's under shows audience too different. It's not that it's too different. It's a combination. Yes, it is too different. B, if you push Stardom on Stardom, you're a women's wrestling star. And the fans are there to see it. If you push Stardom on New Japan, then why do they have Stardom? You know, it's almost like you can get rid of your league. I don't know. Because here's the thing. A lot of people, when it comes to the WNBA, when it comes to Stardom, when it comes to a lot of things, people love to pretend they are supporting women until it comes to spending money. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I love women's basketball. Cool. Do you have any WNBA jerseys? No. Did you go to any WNBA games? No. Did you watch any WNBA games? No. Well, you just want them to be there? Like, I don't know. It is a tough call. I think in America, having the women on the men's show is an honor. I think because the women had so much success in Japan, it would kind of be a demotion, you know? I could be wrong. I just think if Stardom goes to New Japan and New Japan makes it a North American audience, I think Stardom doesn't survive. I do think the audience is different, but I don't think it's because it's a man and woman thing. I think it's because there's too much pro wrestling. And in Japan, they are very loyal to a company. Not like in America. I like WWE. I like AEW. But they're pretty loyal to a company just because of time. A lot of people that live in Japan work very hard, and they have to be really hardcore on their hobbies. So usually they only check in with one event. So it's not a woman-man thing as much as overworked and time thing. Especially with Noah having a huge women's match at Cyberfight. Yeah, but Cyberfight is a bunch of promotions coming together. And a bunch of promotions coming together for an event is a lot different than combining them. And I think that's the difference. I think, like, if you combine Stardom and New Japan, well, there's no more Stardom. There's just a women's division in New Japan. And then you're sharing time instead of having your own show. So it's a tough call. I know a lot of old school Japanese women athletes don't want it. They don't want it at all. They're like, why? You know? And you just got to imagine, I think a lot of times, especially in Western culture, you feel like you're making them equal, or you feel like you're helping them and pushing them along. But in reality, you're just too lazy to watch. In reality, you know, would you rather be a star with your own company, or would you rather work for a giant company and hope one pay-per-view a month? You know, let's compare Stardom to all North America audiences. All right. So, WWE, I apologize. How many women main event pay-per-views? Maybe 2, 3, 4? Let's just say 4. All right, so you have 4 events. AEW has a woman ever main evented a pay-per-view? To the best of my knowledge, no. Impact, they've had all women pay-per-views. So did WWE. To the best of my knowledge, they didn't do as well. And now you look at Stardom. You look at women's wrestling in Japan. They sell arenas. They do it. So it's a very interesting situation where once you look past, I feel good about myself. Once you get past that, it's more complicated. You know, if Stardom becomes the women's division of New Japan, then Stardom is dead. And that's less spots. And it's one of those things that's like the WNBA. Everyone supports the WNBA, right? Yeah, everyone. How many WNBA jerseys do you have? How many WNBA games did you go to? How many, So there's a part of me, also there's a part of me that's lazy. It's like, yeah, dude, fuck it. Bring Stardom in. I don't have to watch one show. It's kind of like when WWE bought everything. If you love the WWE product, it's easy to enjoy because there's only one fucking thing. You don't have to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shows. AEW with Ring of Honor's doing that. The Forbidden Door is kind of doing that. So the lazy part of me is like, fuck yeah. But the part of me that's lived here is like, I don't see this as the promotion that North America sees it as, or the rest of the world sees it as. So I don't know. But I do think they should have a match at Wrestle Kingdom. But I also think it's not because they're women. I think it's because they're champs. I think AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, WWE, if they ever decide to enter the Forbidden Door, which they probably never will. Well, that's not true, but they're the hardest percentage to get in. Never say never. All right, but yeah, I would love to see the Stardom Championship defended at Wrestle Kingdom, but not because it's a female, because it's a legit fucking title. I'd say the same thing about Ring of Honor. I'd say the same thing about AEW. I'd say the same thing about Impact. I think Wrestle Kingdom 1-4, sometimes 1-5. 1-4 is a special event, and it should be a showcase of pro wrestling. It should be the best pro wrestlers in the world. And I am completely fine with Stardom defending the title. Not because they're women, but because their title means something. And same thing with Impact, same thing with AEW. So to me, combining it seems like people feel like they're Tom Cruise and are being a hero, or it's laziness. I don't think if you are a professional women's wrestler, you would want this. You would want to do co-shows together. You would want to be on Kingdom representing, but you're on Kingdom because you're a champion, not because you're a woman. That is a huge difference. That is a huge difference. And the same thing with Noah. That Noah cyber fight, that is a bunch of companies coming together. And should Stardom be invited to those company meetings? Yes. Should Stardom have a title match on Wrestle Kingdom? Yes. But it's not because they're women. It's because their title should mean something. So I know I'm kind of all over the place on this one. I just seen a lot of opinions and a lot of questions. Jimmy Ramos, thank you. They should be at Wrestle Kingdom. They should do co-events. But to be the women's division of New Japan, in my opinion, and a lot of people that I've spoken to's opinion, is that's a downgrade. All right. It's like, let's do it all men right now. Do you think Ring of Honor is in its prime right now? Ring of Honor is part of AEW now. There's rumors that there's going to be a pay-per-view soon. I don't know if they officially announced it. There's no television show. Their champs barely ever show up. Do you feel Ring of Honor being part of AEW helped Ring of Honor? Now, granted, they didn't go out of business. But Stardom's not that hurting, So I don't think, New Japan letting Stardom in is the fucking hero move everyone thinks it is. And can we stop saying first? I was ready to fucking... Oh, god damn it, New Japan. First time this offense ever happened since Wrestle Kingdom and others. All right. But yeah, so to me, they have the same ownership. To me, I just want to see the women do fantastic. I want to see the men do fantastic. But I don't know if combining the two all the time is going to help the women. Because how many women's matches do you think there'll be per New Japan card? Do you think they're going to split it 4-4? I don't think that's going to happen. Do you think I think the most they'll get is 2 matches. And there'll be a lot of 5-on-5. And considering that New Japan is having a hard time with attendance, would you rather be in a packed arena where you have a chance to be on 10? Or would you rather be in a halfway empty arena with, and now granted, in New Japan's defense, New Japan's arenas are bigger. But you can change that. You're the same ownership. Tease Stardom with bigger arenas. That's it. So, I don't know. I was all over the place on this one. I just thought I'd make the first ever YouTube video, the first ever video on Stardom, and the first ever video on New Japan. I thought I'd throw it out there. But yeah, I think combining them isn't the answer. And I find it interesting that everyone wants to support the WNBA, but god damn it, they ain't gonna watch it. On that half, let me tell you something. Come on, Vickies. Hell yeah, go come on, Vickies. Go come on, Vickies. Go come on, Vickies. Because you're a Japanese women's sports fan, right? You know what that means. Anyway, I don't mean to be so much of a prick, but I saw something on Twitch Sports and a few people DM'd me, and they're like, oh, this is huge for women's wrestling. And I'm like, yeah, it's fucking humongous. Tremendous. 10 out of 10. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. 2 or 3 more videos later today. We're going to really try to start cranking out these YouTube videos. We got to tickle the balls of the algorithm. So like, comment, subscribe. Just say anything. We will be doing a comment time video soon. Jimmy Ramos, thank you for Stump the Idiot. And as always, we're on Twitch. Twitch.tv/KocoSports, where we watch New Japan, maybe Stardom. Do you know why we don't watch Stardom? Because every time we ask, would anyone watch Stardom with them, they say no. Seems like maybe Stardom isn't the problem. Anyway, maybe we'll add Stardom in the future. Maybe this event can break us the ice. Who in the comments, who would watch us on Twitch right now if we watch Stardom? Be honest. Look yourself in the mirror and say, don't be a WNBA fan. Be a legit fan and say, would you watch it? I don't know. I don't know if you would. KocoSports is also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now on TikTok. Make sure to check us out there. All right, and before we go, bam! Brawl USA. James Legends Brawl USA. Make sure to check it out July 4th. It's in Brooksville, Florida. Learn more at Brawl USA. My friend is putting on this show. It is in the North Tampa Bay area. If you live in the Florida area, check it out. It's called Rev, White, and Brewfest. We also have Brawl USA watch parties on Twitch TV. So go over there. Tell James Legend that KocoSports sent you, and maybe he'll give you a free hug. Maybe. No guarantees. I got to ask him. I got to ask him before we have a contest. All right? Would you like a free hug from James Legend? You tell him KocoSports sent you. With that, like, comment, subscribe, and I am over. Hey,